Hello, gorgeous. How about another cruelty-free face of the day? I am filming for you today on Saturday, June 22nd, and our friend Chris is still here visiting. I neglected to mention that his roommate Heidi is not visiting. Her mother, as it turns out, has been in the hospital recently, and so Heidi spends a lot of days visiting her mother and taking care of her while she recuperates. And also now Heidi's sister's having some gallbladder problems, so we only have Chris visiting. Anyway, once again, they're listening to an opera. Today it's Wagner's Götterdämmerung, probably pronouncing that wrong. And I'm just not a real Wagner fan. Well, I like Prelude, no, Overture to Act 1 of Lohengrin. That's about it for me and Mr. Wagner. Well, Ride of the Valkyries. Anyway, today it's LA Girl. I previously have shown you LA Colors. It's the same company. I don't know what the difference is. I think maybe LA Colors might be a little easier to find in stores and a little less expensive. I'm just not sure. But anyway, wasn't able to find everything. But I do have Pro Primer High Definition Eyeshadow Primer. And this is a little different because it's a stick. Anyway, I never could find a face primer, but I'm using a BB cream, so as we learned last time, I don't need that anyway. It's better that I don't have it. Okay, so this is a white primer. We've had a really good visit. We haven't done much of anything, really. I think Chris is just happy to be sitting back and watching movies and having a couple beers and not working for 2 weeks. And just, I don't know. He and Richard have been having a lot of fun, and I've been joining them when they're not listening to opera. What it is, if you're familiar, they've been watching the entire Ring cycle. It's just too much for me. Okay, LA Pro BB Cream. Let me see what my color is. Fair. GBB 941 Fair. I'm gonna put it on my hand and try it with this sponge. I received this sponge as a gift from a friend, and today is my first time to try it. I've been dying, waiting to try it. I'm so excited. Y'all, this is really gorgeous. Wow. It's what I like. You know, it's medium to light coverage. It is a neutral, maybe one shade darker than myself, ever so, or just, I don't know, ever so slightly darker than myself. And it looks really good. I mean, it's not, you know, at this point anyway, it's not creasing. It feels like it's sinking in and not sitting, you know, sinking into my skin, not sitting on top of my skin. You'll know I hate that. Wow. Okay. This company apparently really excels at their concealers. They've got this peach-colored concealer that a lot of people, you know, use before their regular concealer because it's good at canceling out the purple. And I'm going to try that and see how that works. I ended up somehow with 2 colors of concealer. And you know me, I'm going to try the lighter one. I once had the lightest Chanel, and I had to buy the slightly darker than that and mix the two together. And I think I might have bought this with that in mind. Creamy beige is what I'm not going to use. porcelain is the one I'm going to use. If it turns out porcelain isn't right, I'll mix this with it. You get the idea. I hate that, though. You shouldn't have to do that. They should have enough, you know, color range that you shouldn't have to. Oh, interesting. It's a squeeze brush. I mean, it's a squeeze going into a brush instead of that interminable, you know, thing of turning, rolling it up. Let's see how long it takes to squeeze to get it out. Okay, it comes right out. All right, so I'm going to put this on. We know this is going to be like darker than I am. I should really, I don't know why I was thinking, I should have done this before I put on my foundation so it would have had a chance to sit there a minute, but it's probably okay. I remember this sponge got really famous with Nikki Tutorials because she'd had this, you know, hot pink sponge that was just somewhat larger than usual, and people would get really just in love with this sponge because of the noise it made on her face. It made her look so good. And then she started using these and was just madly in love. I think recently I looked, though, she was back to her pink one, so I don't know if the love affair is over or if she's just, you know, switching around. Okay, so I've squeezed some on my hand. If I remember correctly now, this, like I said, a little harder to find in the stores, and it's a tad more expensive than LA Colors, but not by much. I mean, like, if an LA Colors concealer is $1, this one's $2 or something like that. You know what I'm saying? It's just not outrageous. Okay, at first glance, I'm saying this looks really good. I have a fan that I bought and I left it in the other room, darn it. To, you know, for times just like this, y'all. Okay, I just put this in my handy little, I think I got this on Amazon if y'all want one, but it's told your, yeah, okay. It looks like an egg holder, but it's not. Okay, next, LA Girl Pro Powder, High Definition Setting Powder, and it's translucent or white or, you know, whatever. I believe I have used this once already. I just couldn't wait because it looked like another one of my favorites. Anyway, it comes with a puff, but I prefer my favorite brush, which I know is really like a foundation brush, but I prefer a slightly smaller brush for my powder, so that's what I use. So there. You don't have to do what they tell you to do. You do what feels good to you. I'm still predictably and boringly really happy. The gardening is just really doing it for me. And I'm trying to get caught up on everybody's videos. I'm so behind. And some of you I've just watched but not commented because I watched in the living room on the TV. And I've got no way, if there is a way to comment watching it on TV, I don't know what it is. So I've just, you know, liked or added to favorites or something and moved on. So don't, if I haven't commented, don't think I don't love you. And I'm even going back and watching some of those and making comments too at a later date. So anyway. I really like these translucent powders a lot. Okay. All right. Now I have powder everywhere. Okay. Here you have it. Pro Contour and Highlight. And it's a tiny little thing. It only costs a couple dollars. My color is fair. Duh. And it would appear that I haven't opened this. Haven't used it. And I put away my shrimp knife, my shrimp fork, which is what I open stuff with. Ta-da! My handy shrimp fork. Okay. There. Now it's open. And again, let me apologize about my nails. You know, in the fall, I'll do something about them. Okay, so it looks like it's a very subtle highlight. It may not even have any glimmer in it at all. And it's a nice pale contour, which, since I'm white as a ghost, works for me. So we're going to see how it works. All right, it's kicking up a little, so I'm being just careful to keep it away from the highlight. Okay, it's a little darker on my face than it would appear in the pan, so I'm just going to fade it out a little bit. I mean, it's not horrible, it's just a little bit. Initially, I was thinking it was a little bit orange, but I don't know. The more I look at it, I'd say not. It's just a nice cocoa. All right. Now we're going to go for the highlight. I'm going to use just one of my regular highlighting brush, which is a sort of fan shape. See, this is more the kind of highlights we use in theater. We just use something that's or used to back when I acted a little bit, just that's a little lighter than the powder. So, you know, you're just doing a highlight as opposed to contour, not a shiny thing. Okay, I'm going to blend again a little bit. I'm going to use a different brush for that. Just whoop. These are more highly pigmented than I would have thought they were. Okay, next is the blush. It's called Just Blushing. Oh, isn't that cute? And the color is called Just Radiant. And let's see what that looks like. It's very, very shiny. I'm a little worried about it. It's a little shinier than I like to wear, but you know, it might be better than you think. You never know. I'm going to use this one since it is so shiny, and I'm finding it's more pigmented than I thought. Okay, very little is coming off on this brush, so I'm going to try a different brush. I'm going to try this. Okay, that is not as pigmented as the other shoe, and I think that's good for me because it's giving me better control over it. And it is quite shiny. I don't know if that's coming across in the camera. So you've got a matte highlight and a shiny blush. And it looks a little odd when I look in my little mirror, but I'm not sure that's coming across on the camera at all. Okay, I blended it in a little more with my finger, and it looks less odd now. So I think I could go out in public in that in the evening, maybe. Okay. Now, they actually have an eyebrow pencil. If it hasn't vanished, here it is. Okay. It is one of these. And on the other end, a spoolie. And it's called LA Girl Shady Blend Brow Pencil. And I don't know what color it is. It is espresso. Okay, y'all know I don't like brow pencils as much as I like brow powders or brow gels, and as it turned out, I like this one quite a lot. You know how some of them are kind of greasy and will leave little gritty pieces behind? This didn't do that at all. This acted just like a pencil and only a pencil. So I'm probably going to be keeping and using that one. Okay, and now for the eyeshadow. The eyeshadow, it's a quad. There's what it looks like. It's 4 matte colors. A dark brown, a lighter brown, a little bit more yellow brown, and then this light for the all over the brow, I mean all over the lid. And they're all matte. I think I said that. And it's called Urbanize. So I'm going to go with that lightest color all over my lid, like I always do. I'm so typical, aren't I? And I think what I'm going to do, I'll use the really dark one for my eyeliner, the kind of chocolate one for the crease, and the kind of yellow brown for the lower lid. And I'm just going to use this little quad only. This one for all over the lid is working and playing very well with the primer. It's one of the nicest ones I've used in years. Okay, so far so good. Okay, now I'm going to go with this flat brush for the eyeliner. That works very well with this brush as eyeliner. I am impressed. Okay, I'm going to use this little brush with that slightly yellow brown just right on the lower lid. It kicks up some, so just try to, you know, bump it into midair or back right into the pan so you don't get it on the other colors. I have to tell you, this is kind of that baby doo-doo yellow, baby doo-doo brown that I really like a lot. Got a little more yellow or orange in it. Very flattering in autumn. Pigmentation is nice. I'm kind of going over it twice, and that's putting down about what I'd want. And it looks like what's in the pan, right? Okay, and then now that slightly darker one for the crease. I'm not happy with this pencil. Yeah, so this is just slightly darker and not as much yellow in it. No, I'm not liking that brush. Ah, much better, thank you. Okay, there that is. That's really subtle. I mean, yes, pigmentation is there, but this, like I did with the last one, with the hard candy that I did last, same thing. This is a nice, subtle daytime look. It doesn't always have to be bells and whistles. You don't always have to have the pop of color in the middle or in the, or white in there or whatever, you know. I'm impressed with that. Okay. Now, I have an unfortunate case of the lip liner and the lipstick not matching because it's what they had. So this is the LA Girl Endless Semi-Permanent Auto Lip Liner. So it's going to be with me for the rest of the day. And the color is not visible to the eye without glasses. Berries. Once again, it's one of these. I've been flinging a lot of powder around here. I feel like I'm going to sneeze. Okay, so this seems nice. This is going to be weird, I know. Like I said, these colors don't match, but I'm checking out the quality of the product, not whether these colors matches, and it's all I could find. Anyway, this is LA Girl Glaze Lip Paint. Intense, super intense color, extra glossy finish. And the color is, I don't think it's saying, but I think it's going to be orange. I think it's called Hot Mess. Oh, Hot Mess. Hot Mess, not Hot Mess. Let's hope it's not a hot mess. Okay, so it's this kind of thing. Just squeeze a little bit out. Okay, I sort of did it together enough that I got an ombre thing going on, so it's okay. Well, that doesn't look half bad. Okay, and last but not least, LA Girl, oomphed. Really says that. Oomphed Maximum Volume Mascara. And it is GMS 648. We'll see. To look at it, it seems kind of dry. I can't tell if that's bristle or plastic, just from looking at it, but it's one of these shaped ones. Let's give them a whirl and find out. Okay, it's giving them a little curl without having to use the eyelash roller. Alright, this is giving a little curl and no extra length, but a little extra volume without looking clumpy. So I know this is a really subtle everyday look, but don't we need some of that in our life? I think one thing this proves is that you don't have to spend a fortune to look nice. If I would change out anything here, it would probably be the blush because of the shine. I just don't really personally care for shiny blush. And even though I faded it out a little, there's still a little more shine than I'd like to see. I'd rather see my shine a little higher up here. And I don't mind this highlighter for that either. But I don't want the shiny blush. So, and it's not that I hate that. It's just not my preference. So anyway, beyond that, I really truly like everything about this. And this is affordable for almost anybody. And that was not a lot of products either. Let me look in the mirror real quick to make sure I'm not missing anything. Okay, I'm going to retract a statement about the blush. I might not even get rid of the blush, but I'd restrict it to evening use. Or maybe it's me. Maybe I just put it on a little too dark, because I wasn't having any luck with this kind of brush. So I went to a brush that, you know, I could put it on a little darker. Maybe I personally just put it on a little too dark, and I should have persevered with this kind of brush. See, there's not as much in there, so you can get a really light kind of look. And maybe I should have persevered with this and just kept going with it a little bit longer. Could be user error. I don't know. But anyway, I'm impressed with it enough to try it again. Anyway, no excuse not to look nice, because just about everybody can afford this, I think. Cruelty-free. Go for it. All right. Thanks, y'all, so much for watching. And I'll be back in a couple of weeks with another one of these. Hope you enjoyed it. Love y'all. Bye.